Welcome everybody to a new episode and a brand new series, a let's play where I'll start from the beginning. Ever since OB44 Season 1, there have been claims that Paladins has become pay to win. After the community's backlash, Hi-Rez implemented a hotfix which makes it easier for new players. I want to test out this new system and see if it is any fun if you are new to the game. So the rules of this let's play / vanilla challenge coined by Hi-Rez Pixie Kitty will be that I can't buy the founders pack, can't buy the booster, and I can't spend any money to get crystals. At the end of each video I will open some chests, radiant chests, and see any legendaries or any actual loadout cards that I will get. Also, I won't be able to play in a party to make it more similar to as if I were a new player and I don't have any friends that play Paladins. First ever game against bots, my team initially goes for full damage and flanker, but luckily someone goes Ying, so a big shout out to him. I plan on trying to get my Fernando to level 4 with the bot games, where my account level will be below level 5. Fernando used to be my go-to tank, but nowadays he's probably my least favorite out of all. But he's a good frontliner for someone who's just starting out the game, except most of the time I see the Fernandos just stand there with their shields up, which is definitely not the way to play Fernando. The default legendary of Fernando, Aegis, definitely does not help new players, because the shield has infinite duration, so the new players will just keep it up before it dies, which is a terrible way to play Fernando. Now I want to talk about how at the start you only get one frontline, Fernando, and one support, Pip. You also only get one flanker, which is Sky, and you get an astonishing 5 damage. If I were Hi-Rez, I would switch out Kinessa for Baron as one of your opening 3 champions. Firstly, because he's a frontliner, so you'd have 2 starting frontliners, and secondly, he is such a unique tank and one of the only champions with deployables. I would also switch out Tyra for Ying. Tyra and Victor have 2 similar playstyles and kits, and Ying is, dare I say it, the most easy support to play, and she's pretty darn effective. Also, I would switch out Cassie for Buck. This is because I want 2 flankers or 2 champions for each class. So out of the flankers, Eevee is too difficult for a new player. Maeve is also pretty difficult for a new player. And Androxus needs a certain level of aim, which most new players won't have. So that leaves Buck as the second free flank champion. So many people complain that their teams are comprised of flankers and damages, leaving people to only play frontliners and support. This is because it's cultivated from the ground up. When you start the game, all you have are frontliners and flankers. Okay, so if you were to do the vanilla challenge, or if you're new to the game and just starting out, I definitely will recommend the item Kill to Heal. You'll need sustain, and these newer players aren't the most reliable source, especially if they're playing Pip. Now that I mention it, kudos to Hi-Rez for making the Mega Potion the default legendary for Pip. I personally do a lot of healing on Pip, and so I don't need to buy a new legendary, and I already have my preferred one. Mega Potion is a great legendary for newer players, as it teaches them that it's a team game, and it emphasizes on healing other players other than yourself. Of course, the perfect match will be healing yourself and your allies. I'm not sure how you guys want the series to go. Do you guys want me to play a champion till it's level 4 and then move on to another one? Also, for sure I'm going to put the chest openings at the end of the video and show you all the chest openings. And are you guys interested in some gameplay? Maybe a notable game I have with a certain champion as I progress to level 4. And finally, when do you think I'll be allowed to play in a party so it still replicate a newer player? Because I'll be honest, playing by yourself isn't too much fun. I'm so torn on what to do with my assets, so if you have any ideas, leave them in the comments below. With the gold, I'm sure I'm going to spend it on champions, for some variety and gameplay. If you are interested, feel free to track me on Master Paladins or Paladins Guru. I'll leave the link to the account in the description below. Currently there are no matches to show because there are only bot games. So this episode I've earned 7 Radiant chests for getting to level 5, which earned me 4, and getting level 3 Fernando, which earned me 3 Radiant chests. It's funny because on my main account I want the emotes and poses, but on my new account, this Let's Play series, I want the cards so I can build loadouts for my champions. Brace yourselves for this one because I get Charlen's legendary in the booster slot. So since I can't boost and I'm not going to, I don't get a legendary. If you had watched my 52 Radiant chest opening on my main, you would have seen that I got an Androxus legendary on the booster slot as well. So I spent like a good 5 minutes debating or not whether to spend the crystals to buy the booster just to get the legendary, which I in fact did if you missed that out. That's it from me for this episode. As always, learn, play, repeat.